Bobby, can you say 5
I
most
most
common
common
misconceptions
misconception
about
about
adopting?
adopting.
Yay! This is my family. Some are here for a little while, and some stay for a lifetime. We all came from different paths, but we all look to a brighter future together. To really tell our story, I must first tell you theirs. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany Wolfe. For those of you who don't know me, I am a foster mom, an adoptive mom, a birth mom. I'm a former foster child. I am also a wife. I am a student in animal biology. I am also a lifestyle and fitness coach. For all of you, I'm an informative mom who wants to share with you my journey into being a foster mom and an adoptive mom and how it got where we are today. If you couldn't tell already by the name, this video is going to be about misconceptions that I very oftenly get asked or I very oftenly get messages about when it comes to adopting. Let's get into it. So if you see me looking down, I am looking down at my laptop. I, for whatever reason, cannot keep a memory for more than a couple seconds. So the number one giant misconception that I constantly get asked or constantly get assumed for is adoption costs so much money. How did you afford it? What I have experienced and what I did with my daughter was I did foster to adopt, which is 100% completely free. Through the foster system, you actually get a social worker, and that social worker will stick with you most of the time through the entire time from you receiving your child to the point in you adopting your child. And then they will transfer you over to an adoptions worker, which your adoptions worker will go into depth with you about a lawyer, about court, about when your court date is. They will set all of that up for you. Also, with adopting, if you do decide to go, because you do have the option of going and looking for your own attorney, lawyer for your adoption day, if you do decide to go outside of the given free options, you can get up to $400 back, not have to pay out of pocket for any charges for adopting my daughter. Again, you do get it free. There is no cost to you, and they will provide you with somebody, but you do have the option of doing what you want on your own. This was actually the funniest misconception ever. So misconception number 2 is you need a huge house to foster or adopt children, which for one is completely wrong. Funny story, when we first got Heartland, our oldest girl, she was only about a month old. So from the time that they're a newborn until they are 3 years old, you are allowed to share a room with them. So we did have a 1-bedroom apartment, and we had our bed and her bed. And she actually had a porta crib, so a very small newborn crib right next to our bed. Normally when people have kids, they do it that way, where they have a bassinet or a portable crib right next to their bed just to keep an eye on their child all through the night. So until they are 3 years old, you are able to sleep in the same room. You are not allowed to ever co-sleep though. Some people do it. Unfortunately, with the foster system, you are not allowed to co-sleep that child, and every child needs their own bed. But yes, we lived in a 1-bedroom apartment. that was no more than 700 square feet. We had literally no space. I shared a closet with our daughter. We split our living room so she could have a specific designated play place. So we knew that she wasn't going to get hurt or get into contact or get into anything that she wasn't supposed to. But yes, you do not need a huge house. You do not need a lot of space. Most of what you need would be their own bed. So there's for that. Misconception number 3. Now this one is, I think, something that most people just assume, because when I was going through this, it was a big deal that people would always ask me, well, where is her father? Now, of course, I was with somebody when we started this. I'm actually married now. But yes, when we started this, we were together. We were not married. We were not legally bound in any way. We just lived together, and we both said that we would like to adopt her. But in any case, you do not need to be with somebody. You do not need to be married. There is actually another YouTuber that I watch very often that is single, and she is actually from Australia. Australia actually has a lot harsher fostering and adopting rules than we do here in the US. But yes, she is single. She is an older woman. She's single, and she does foster completely on her own. More than welcome. It's legal. There's no obligation for you to be married or to be with somebody if you decide that you wanted to foster or adopt. Misconception number 4. This misconception kind of hit home with me with my second foster child. My second foster child, who is now adopted within my family, was not 100% the same ethnicity as me. And with that being said, my husband and I are both white. We are both Caucasian. You can completely tell. But my second foster daughter was actually Hispanic Caucasian mix. I don't know completely what she was, but she was mixed. I've had a lot of misconceptions with personal choices that people might assume you should not adopt or foster outside of your race. But I completely think the opposite. I think it's a beautiful thing to take any child into your home, no matter race, religion. I know sometimes that can be a tad bit awkward to try and shift your home to help this child better cope, because when you are fostering, you are trying your best to keep their norm going for them. And sometimes with different religions, you might not know how to do that. And as long as you are open to accommodate that or change certain parts of your daily routine so you can cope with the things they're used to doing or the times that they're used to doing certain things, and that would also help. But yes, I stress it so much to people because I was put in the position where people asked if I was uncomfortable, and I was completely not uncomfortable. I did not care. She was a beautiful little girl. We enjoyed having her very much. I would not see anything wrong with it if somebody didn't say something. But yes, when you go into fostering, you are more than welcome to make a preference. You do fill out an application, and you are more than welcome to have a preference. I know some people have different beliefs than I do, but we did not have a preference, and it didn't bother us. It doesn't bother us. You are more than welcome to put in a preference when you're fostering or when you're going to adopt. Our misconception number 5 would be you have to cut all ties with their biological family once you adopt them. This hit home for me because Heartland actually is still in contact with some of her biological family, and for me that's not a problem. It is not all of her biological family. I do cut out certain people who I feel are an imminent threat to her and her mental health, but I do not think that it's wrong at all to keep in contact with biological family, because of the fact that I don't want her to lose her identity. I don't want her to lose who she is or where she came from. When I was in foster home, even when there were points that some foster parents wanted to adopt my sister and I, we were always told that even if we were adopted, we were more than welcome to visit our parents, we were more than welcome to visit our grandparents, and I've kept that going with Heartland. I have no problem with keeping in contact. I send pictures to her maternal grandmother very often. I try to keep her updated with what's going on with Heartland. Heartland also has six other brothers that I try to keep in contact with. I try to keep up-to-date photos. I ask her grandmother if she'll send us photos of all of her brothers. I am in contact with her younger brother, which is her full-blooded brother. I try to make sure that she has pictures of him. I put together a birthday box and sent him pictures of her. I try to keep them connected because they're family. And one day when they do ask questions, at least in my case, I would always want them to have some sort of connection. They know each other. They're aware that each other exists. Thank you guys for watching. That was the most common adoption misconceptions that I've come across. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you guys have any other misconceptions or things that you just genuinely question, go ahead and drop those in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Can you say like, subscribe, and comment? Say bye-bye, guys.